Okay, so we are kind of really starting to pick up now with not lessons just about how to use Canvas, not simple stuff like that. We're going to start actual math work for the most part today. So we're starting with place value and number forms. And I got this little meme on there that says, you mean to tell me I got to talk about place value again? Because it should be something you guys have talked about every year in school. Place value is super important, and it sets up the rest of our number system and our math system. So if you don't understand place value, it makes everything else in math really hard. So it's important that we understand place value very well, and that's why we're going to start with that this year. So we'll go through our goals first. Is there anybody who would like to read today's goal to everybody, to our class? See, so if there's anybody I have not heard a lot from yet today. Let's see. I'm going to pick somebody that. Jay, can you read the goal?
Today's goal is to understand how larger numbers have multiple digits, and each of one of those digits has its own place in the whole number.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, digits and place are two important vocabulary words that are going to go with this unit. You're going to hear me talk about them a lot. And understanding what a digit is versus what a number is going to be really important. So place and digit. A digit is a single number that gives a larger number its value. So if you look at the number 347, there's 3 digits, right? There's a 3 and a 4 and a 7. The 3 is its own digit, the 4 is its own digit, and the 7 is also its own digit. So the thing we really have to understand is that 3 is actually not worth a 3 because of its place. The 4 means something besides 4, okay? They all have their own value when it comes to place value, and we'll get more into that this week. The other thing we want to talk about is the place in the number. So the place is the place that a digit holds in the larger number. So for example, in this number, the 7 is in the ones place, the 4 is in the tens place, and the 3 is in the hundreds place, right? So there's 3 digits in the whole number, but they each have their own place and mean something different. So each place means, like I said, something different, and each digit has a specific place in the number. So we read ones over from right to left. So when we look at numbers, like the number right here, 1,345, the 5 is in the ones place, the 4 is in the tens place, the 3 is in the hundreds place, and the 1 is in the thousands place, right? So the 5 is 5 ones, 4 tens, 3 hundreds, and 1,000. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you get what we're saying, so I can get a gauge on who's with me here. Give me a thumbs up if you get where we are. Good deal, almost everybody. If you have your camera off, either use your thumbs up reaction or please try to turn your camera on so we can see. All right. So let's look at this one. We're going to practice. So it says, look, which digit is in each of these places? So if you can tell me which digit is in the ones place, raise your hand. I'm going to let Miss Weibel call on somebody. Cynthia, what is in the ones place?
8.
8. Very good. All right. And somebody else raise your hand for the tens place. Tell me what digit is in the tens place. Henry.
6.
6. Very good. 6 is in the tens place. Right now we're not talking about what the 6 means. We're just talking about what place it's in. Very good. The 6 is in the tens place. Michael, what number is in the hundreds place?
2.
2. Very good. Thank you. Which means what is in the thousands place? Ania. Actually, sorry. Alejandro. We're going to Alejandro go. Alejandro, what's in the thousands place?
3.
Very good. We got a 3 in the thousands place, right? So each of those numbers is in a different place and means something besides just the one digit they are. Raise your hand if you can tell me how many digits are in this number. Clay, go for it. How many digits are in this whole number?
There are 4 digits in this number.
Very good. Digit is 8, 6 is the second digit, 2 is the third digit, and 3 is the fourth digit. Very good. All right, I want you to take a minute and look at this one, and then raise your hand when you can tell me what place the 0 is in. They're not in order from ones to thousands this time, so you're going to pay closer attention. Ania, what place is the 0 in?
100.
The hundreds place. Yep, very good. Thank you. We don't say 100s, we just say hundreds, because 100s means that there's only 100, right? We just say hundreds place. Yep. All right. Asil, what place is the 7 in? Asil, what place is 7 in?
The thousands.
Thousands. Very good. All right. Somebody else, what place is the 8 in? Alexander.
The 8 is in the ones place.
Very good, Alexander. Thank you, which means CJ, what place is the 2 in?
Tens.
Tens place. Thank you, sir. All right. So very good. So I think we've got a pretty good understanding of what place each of those numbers are in. So your job today in a second, not yet, all right, is going to be to type something in the chat box for me. We're not going to do it yet. Then we're going to go and do a discussion for math. Then you have a beginning of the year assessment part 1. So I'm going to take a minute, though, and I want to talk to you about what we mean with the beginning of the year assessment, because we hear the word assessment and that kind of freaks people out. So I want to just kind of show you what that is we're talking about. So if you are on, can everybody still see are you on my live lessons thing on your screen right now? Yes? Okay. So if you go to Canvas and you click on Monday and you click on math, all right, today you have 2 different things. You have a math discussion to complete, which is basically what we just did. I want to see if you can do it on your own in the discussion. And then after you get that done, you have beginning of the year assessment part 1. It is a quiz, but it's only this one. It's a big quiz overall. We broke it apart into small sections each day. So today is only 3 questions. All right. And I want to kind of talk to you guys about what it's going to look like. If you ever need to hear what reading is, so this says this is a quiz to see what you know. You can hit this play button right here and it'll read it.
This is a quiz to see what you know and what you still need help on.
Okay, so you can click that and it will read it to you if you need it. If you don't need it and you read it on your own, that's fine. The other thing is, this is not for a grade. This is simply to show me what you already know to start the school year, okay? So let's say I could say like Guadalupe takes it and she gets everything but 1 wrong. And I say, okay, so I know that Guadalupe may have this, may be the things that are harder for her. So I can kind of target my teaching for what we need as a class. Alexander, do you have your hand up on purpose still, or was that from earlier?
That's from earlier.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I don't want you to freak out, but I do want you to, 1, do your best on the 3 questions today for the quiz, and 2, please do it on your own. Okay, I know that some of you may have a parent with you at home or an older sibling. Please, 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 if you have an older brother or sister come over and help you and you get them all right, what could be the problem with that for me as your teacher? Who could share? What would be the problem for that with me as your teacher if you have your older sibling come and they help you with it? CJ, what could be the problem?
The problem could be that if you have them all right, Mr. Hoffman is going to think that you don't need any help on anything. So when everybody's getting help, you don't know how to do your work and you don't have the right materials.
Right. So if CJ's brother does it or helps him, say Lucas helps him and Lucas knows how to do it and CJ gets him all right, I'm not going to know if CJ really knows that or if CJ would probably need my help with teaching that to him a little bit better, right? So it's not for a grade. You're not going to pass or fail it. It's just to teach me what I may need to help our class with, okay? So make sure when you do that quiz, that 3-question quiz, you do that on your own. So I'm going to go through one more time. Your first job, when I pull it up, is going to be to type an answer in the chat box. Then your second job is to go to Monday and do math, and then do math discussion, then beginning of the year assessment, part 1. All right? Everybody got that?
That's all for today.
That is all for today. But
Okay.
the math discussion is only 1 question, and the beginning of the year part 1 assessment is only 3 questions. So it's 4 questions overall. I think you guys got that. All right. Remember, Alexander, go ahead and stay on with me for just a second when we get done, and I'm going to try to get your F&P started, okay?